For most of human history, scarcity was the enemy. Be it territory, land, wealth, calories, or energy, the majority of conflict and technological innovation was driven by the fact that resources were scarce. With the incredible explosion in scientific knowledge and technological advancement over the last few hundred years, the dynamic has shifted. Scarcity hasn't vanished across the globe by any stretch of the imagination, but in wealthier and more advanced portions of the world, many of the critical material deficiencies have seen significant relief. The problem that many affluent nations now face is that the artificial solutions they developed to alleviate scarcity have proven to be just as, if not more, dangerous than scarcity itself. For most of our history, humans have been selected for their ability to alleviate or survive scarcity. Now they're being selected for their ability to survive the dangers of an artificial abundance. Entire civilizations have risen to prominence or been completely destroyed based on their ability to provide consistent calorie counts. Food was hard to produce, weather or pests could wipe out entire harvests, and preserving consumable calories for the long term was difficult. Most of the population was employed in the production of their own food supply, and yet famine regularly devastated entire civilizations. In first world countries today, factory farming, improved logistics, and advancements in creating artificial foodstuffs allow for the instant availability of calories. A single trip to McDonald's or the junk food aisle at Walmart can produce an entire week's worth of calories for just a few dollars. Calories are now so available that obesity, not hunger, is the largest threat to the well-being of the poor. The artificial flavors and empty fillers in processed food can simulate the necessary calories derived from real food, but constantly meeting those basic needs with this modern creation slowly poisons the consumer's body. A similar struggle can be seen in the modern proliferation of pornography and video games among young men. Along with hunger, sex is one of the most basic elements of human desire, and entire civilizations have been created and destroyed by sex drive. Historically, the need to fulfill sexual desire drove men to elevate their status, win wars, accumulate wealth, and achieve other great deeds. Now men can simulate the achievement of great deeds and fulfill their sexual appetite digitally. There's no need to venture into the world or brave the dangers of the dating market because those impulses can be masturbated, satisfied without engaging in the real and consequential behavior. As a result, young men are trapped in an eternal adolescence, temporarily satisfied into compliance with a corrupt system, but never threatening it with their full potential. Social media and online dating have a similar impact on women. Both technologies have a negative impact on society at large, but they hit young women the hardest. Women crave community. They want to be seen and validated. Social media allows women to delude themselves into believing that they are building meaningful bonds and friendships without having to deal with the real work that would be involved in serving a family, community, or a group of friends. Social media also combines with online dating to give women the illusion of male attention, distorting their expectations for healthy relationships. In reality, social media is responsible for driving up rates of female depression by opening an avenue of constant and inescapable criticism. Women lose their traditional roles as social facilitators and builders of community, from which much of their identity historically arose. They also become increasingly uncomfortable with male attention in real life while craving it online where it's considered safe and controllable. This leads to a broken and hypergamous dating market where men find approaching women in real life impossible, while women wait online for the attention of the perfect man that's just never coming. COVID showed us the true danger of attempting to simulate every aspect of human experience. During the lockdown, social interactions from school, church, work, and even bonding with friends over a meal became impossible. The average person was encouraged to instead attempt to simulate all these experiences online with disastrous results. Depression skyrocketed, childhood development was severely impacted, and education became a joke. The attempt to replace all of these fundamental human experiences with simulated alternatives that were safer and easier for the ruling class to control turned out to be a disaster. The worst part is that while the experiences were inferior in every way, many people still practice them because they're easier than engaging in the real thing. There are individuals who will be damaged for the rest of their lives because they were given the opportunity to live life as a fully artificial existence. Reality is hard. Living a life of community and human interaction, well, it can be unpleasant, demanding, and even dangerous. The only reason most people ever got off the couch is that there was no alternative to fulfilling their basic desires. But now there are infinite alternatives to simulate almost every human need. When given the option, most people will choose comfort and ease over the difficult but meaningful. This is why we must think carefully as a society about the alternatives to reality that we offer or promote. The philosopher Jean Baudrillard developed the idea of the simulacra as a copy that represents something that no longer has an original. In the modern world, we have replaced the fulfillment of basic desires that defined our lives with copies of copies that have no connection to the original experience. The cheeseburger with so many artificial ingredients that it fills your belly but has none of the nutrients provided by real food. The AI online companion combating loneliness but ensuring that you never leave the house looking for community. The porn star who looks and behaves nothing like a real woman. The online male attention that destroys the ability of a woman to date a real man. The simulated combat of a video game that keeps you from achieving anything of substance in your free time. We're passing through an evolutionary bottleneck as real as the one that selected for stronger, more resilient, and more intelligent human beings in the past. The new selection criteria is the ability to reject the simulacrum. Can you say no to masturbating your sexual desires, your hunger, your desire for community, your drive for greatness? Those that make it to the other side will choose austerity in the face of abundance. It will be those that can value the real over the simulacra that will find meaning and avoid the incoming wave of nihilism. Artificial intelligence will only increase the categories of desire which can be simulated, but those that survive will be those that are unsatisfied. We must choose reality and meaning over comfort and ease. We must teach our children to do the same. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, now is a great time to do so. If you'd like to get these broadcasts as podcasts, make sure to subscribe to the Auron MacIntyre Show on your favorite podcast platform, and if you do, leave a rating or review. It really helps with the algorithm magic. Also wanted to remind you guys that July 4th is coming up, and to celebrate, The Blaze is offering a 7-day free trial of Blaze TV. So if you want to get all of my content, if you want to support the channel, you want to enjoy all of the hosts on The Blaze, head over to blazetv.com/Auron. That's blazetv.com/Auron, and you can sign up for an account, get that free week, and enjoy this on your July 4th weekend. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter or Gab or Substack or Instagram, if you'd like to watch these shows on Rumble or Odyssey, the links to do that are down below in the description. And of course, you can read all of my columns over at Blaze Media. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll talk to you next time.